Hi, my name is Ashley Lebret, and I'm shooting this video because root cause medicine protocol has changed my life, and I feel it's important to spread the word about it. I started working with Andrea about 12 months ago after suffering from a series of strange symptoms for the past 15 years. After going through the root cause protocol, I feel amazing, actually the best I've ever felt in my life. I started this program right before my 40th birthday, and I told my husband my goal was to feel better than when I was 25. And since going through the protocol, I have achieved this goal, and I can't thank Andrea enough for the work that she's done to help me get there. For this reason and so much more, I recommend Andrea and the Vijñana Healing Center. Before working with Andrea in the root cause medicine protocol, I had experienced about 15 years of strange symptoms and illnesses that Western medicine could not diagnose. So I had essentially seen every ologist you could think of, neurologist, cardiologist, endocrinologist, psychologist. And after they did all their clinical testing and exams, they essentially said, "You're healthy. We can't find anything." And they just suggested maybe you have an atypical migraine, or maybe, you're a super busy working lady. Maybe you should look into some anti-anxiety medicine and do some stress relieving protocol or meditations. And essentially, it was obviously very upsetting and frustrating. So what made me say yes to the Vijñana Healing Wellness Center was the success I saw with our children. So we had actually started bringing our kids there the year before I started this protocol. And we just saw a lot of success with the work that was being done on them for their treatments. And I was telling a friend about it, and she knew the background of my health stuff and just said, "Why aren't you working with Andrea and doing this?" And yeah, a light bulb kind of went off and said, "Yeah, that's a good question. Why am I not doing this?" And so I decided, let's do this. So if there's something that would have prevented me from getting started with the protocol, it would have been the uncertainty around the time and commitment associated with it. I'm a busy mom, so the idea of doing something that would require more time and energy, I decided to invest in my health, and I'm really grateful I did. What surprised me the most, there are a couple of things. Firstly, it was my diagnosis. So Andrea found through this root cause protocol that I had a considerable amount of viruses and parasites in my system. And this really surprised me because I'm very type A, neat-free person. I'm hypersensitive to germs and cleaning. I just couldn't believe that I had this overload of parasites in my system, because we obviously associate that as being unhygienic, which is not the case. We have parasites, but the amount I had was a lot. And so that really surprised me. No one had ever put that on my radar in any of the testing, that parasite could be a cause for these symptoms. And the second piece was just how knowledgeable Andrea is. She just has such a vast wealth of knowledge about all things wellness and health. And I felt like anytime I asked her a question, she had an answer like locked and loaded. She's so knowledgeable clinically. She's just such a wonderful practitioner. And that was very refreshing. And that kind of also reaffirmed, I was very happy that I made a decision to start working with her. So what I'm doing now differently than before, I would say I used to spend a lot of time worrying and having a lot of mood swing kind of stuff, being anxious. And now I feel so strong and healthy that has really calmed down. And I kind of deal with things in the moment. So I feel really healthy. I feel really balanced in the energy levels and the food we're eating, and our sleep is improved. I just feel overall really balanced in all areas of my life. I would recommend Andrea and the Vijñana Healing Center. She's a wonderful practitioner who truly cares about the patients she's working with, and she really wants you to live your best life possible. She really meets you where you're at without judgment, with a lot of compassion. And I feel like whether you want to scratch the surface and just do something kind of minimal, or if you want to do a deep dive and really get into it, do a very invasive protocol, she has solutions for everyone.